unless I get about, 2, 3, 4, 500,000 of y'all with me. We'll work on that, though. We'll work on that. All right, when we get back from the break, man, hour number 2, there's a lot of other sports stuff I got to get to, man. I'd love to read more of your chat as well. We got some NFL stuff, man. Some basketball stuff. We'll see if we can get to it, man. We'll see if we can get to it. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show coming up next.
Ladies, have you been experiencing tough times lately? Is your man not eating the potato salad the way he used to? Things a little stressful at work? Well, I'm sure your girls have told you that there's a new spot in town. So come on over to SME After Dark and allow me, Christopher Tracy, and the Honorable Deacon Aloysius Forever Love serve you up with some solutions to your problems in the Lonely Hearts Cafe.
If I tell you that I love you, then I love you. If I tell you that I trust you, then I trust you. But don't lie to me. Don't lie, don't lie, don't lie. Don't lie to me. Don't lie, don't lie, don't lie. If I tell you that I love you, then I love you.
Hey you, it's your girl Spicy, host of Spicy Conversations. Join me and my sexy guest as we discuss relationships, sex, and lots of pleasure. A full 2 hours of erotic fun that you don't want to miss. Are you ready to add some spice to your life? Hell yeah, you are. And I am ready to please you. Spicy Conversations, SME After Dark.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's Stu for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. Let's go, baby. It's hour number 2. July 26, 2016. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. The Doug Stewart Show is sponsored by footballsportsapp.com. That's right, the first live action mobile sports app played in real time. And it's a cool way to immerse yourself in the game, make coaching calls just like the pros. Check out the video, download for free this fall, and register now. You got to register now. You need to register as soon as you can. Again, at footballsportsapp.com. Once again, this is going to be a big interactive part of the Doug Stewart Show, just kind of like fantasy football or something like that. This is going to be another interactive thing that me and the Stewies are going to do together. Trust me on this. It's going to be fun. Want to be part of their new exciting technology and make some money? Fill out the short form at the bottom of the website and mention TDSS. Once again, the website is footballsportsapp.com. Paying tribute to the Jackson 5, talking about Michael Jordan actually speaking out about what's going on in this country with police brutality, the Black Lives Matter movement. A couple little NFL or NBA news and notes. The Cleveland Cavaliers and Coach Tyronn Lue reached an agreement on a 5-year extension Monday. The first 4 years are fully guaranteed, sources said. The 5th year is a team option. Now, they didn't say exactly how much Tyronn Lue is going to be getting paid. If he's not getting $25 million or more, he need to fire his agent. Because didn't the New York Knicks set the market at $20 million a year when they gave Derek Fisher like $20 million a year? Huh? Didn't they set the market? And he ain't won damn championship. He didn't even make it to the damn playoffs. So they didn't list his salary or what he's going to get on this story that I'm reading to you from. But man, I hope he at least getting $20 million a year. They won a championship, all right? And also, did y'all see this story about Jason Williams, a.k.a. White Chocolate, calling out Charles Barkley, called Charles Barkley a loser for criticizing Kevin Durant? Here's a quote. He says, man, and talking in an interview, he says, man, you can't put me on Kevin Durant's level first and foremost. I guess they asked him what are his thoughts, and, if you were Kevin Durant, would you do what he did and leave your team and go and play for a superstar-laden team in the Golden State Warriors? He says, if I was Kevin Durant and that's what I wanted to do, then that's what I would have done. I would have made the decision based on, or I wouldn't have made a decision based on anybody else, because it seems like he's done that for 8 or 9 years now. You've got to take care of yourself and make yourself happy. And at the end of the day, all these guys, Barkley and them walking about, they would have done it. Well, they was never free agents back in the day. Like, they didn't have the choice. Nobody wanted his ass, Barkley, on their team because he was a loser. So that's what I think about that. Well, damn, White Chocolate. The story does go on to say this, though, before y'all Kevin Durant fans and y'all lovers of free agency and lovers of cats just jumping from one team to another superstar team. They mentioned that that was a cruel assessment of Barkley's career. Barkley did, pay attention, okay? Barkley did, in fact, join a super team of sports late in his career. That's one. When he went to Houston to play for Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler. Although that transaction happened via trade rather than free agency, okay? And being well past his prime once again. A slew of injuries rendered him mostly inconsequential and forced him to retire just a few short years later. So there's a difference. Two parts, two thoughts on this, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. White Chocolate was a solid player, very fun. I think they call him Pistol Pete 2.0. Clearly that guy learned his basketball on the playgrounds, on the street. Okay, clearly I loved his game. Had a very urban game. Okay. That being said, and y'all know I'm not a fan of Charles Barkley. But I agree vehemently on what Charles Barkley and a lot of other superstar former players said about Kevin Durant going to Golden State as well as, LeBron going to Miami. I just think it's lame as hell. It's as simple as that. But that being said, I like white chocolate, but white chocolate couldn't hold Charles Barkley's jockstrap. I mean, let's just be real about that. Yeah. So what does it mean coming from white chocolate? I mean, that's probably the most outspoken I've heard any athlete be about this situation, and going after a player saying, quote unquote, something negative about Kevin Durant and him going to Golden State. I kind of like it that somebody isn't scared to speak up against Charles Barkley, because I'm not a fan of Charles Barkley and his political views, which is very apparent over the last couple of years, or have been very apparent over the last couple of years. That's one thing. But another thing is, who gives a rat's ass what Jason Williams got to say? Sit your punk ass down, Jason Williams. Sit your ass down. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. From K3000 in the chat room on speaker.com, he says he and Moss were best buds, right? White chocolate. Yeah, I could see Jason Williams and Randy Moss growing up together. Oh, I think they said Jason Williams actually played point guard on the basketball team, and Randy Moss played center probably, or power forward. Alley-oops all over the place. From Thorny Switch to round mound of rebound. Yeah, Charles Barkley. From Tight Sigma, Vince, start supporting these HBCUs now before you end up rebuilding them. Plus, we have $400 billion in discretionary spending. If we put on a mass movement, we can make mega improvements in the next 5 years. Stop the short-term thinking. Hell, those players at HBCUs now could beat the bottom 50 teams in the FBS. I agree. I'm HBCU proud. I mean, big time. From Stringer, HBCUs just need more money to get on a level playing field in terms of recruiting. I'm not saying money to pay the kids. I'm talking money for everything else. But that's the problem, though. Where are they going to get it from? I mean, it sounds simple. We always talk about, HBCU athletes and, of some of the best five-star players at historically white institutions were to, just collectively come together and say, let's go play at Grambling, or let's go play at Mississippi State, or let's go play at Johnson C. Smith, or North Carolina Central, or Bowie State, or South Carolina State, or Morehouse, or Clark Atlanta. They could instantly, switch the pendulum. Problem is, they're not going to do that. Problem is, it's too much money. It's too much glamour for playing for a big school. You really can't knock the kids. You can't be mad at the kid. My brother went through the same exact situation. I told this story a while back, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. My brother was being recruited by some of the biggest schools in the country at the time, especially. I mean, he went to Notre Dame. He ended up going to Georgia Tech, but he was being recruited by Miami. And when you go to those places, man, South Carolina, Clemson, when you go to those places on a visit and you see the facilities that they have, like you see a weight room that's like 5,000 square feet, and then you go to a little HBCU with a very limited budget, and they got, a weight room big enough to fit into this damn studio. It's hard to argue, and it's hard at this point, the way things are right now, to get a kid to understand the bigger social issue and the bigger social impact that he can make by going to HBCU. It's just not going to happen right now. The way things are right now, it's not going to happen. I wish I could figure out a way so that it could happen, so that you could get in the ear of a lot of these young black 4-star players in the country, where they can use their power and their prominence. It's just not that easy, man. It's just not that easy. All right, when we get back from the break, man, a little entertainment talk here on the Doug Stewart Show. Birthdays. Yeah. We'll have some fun with that. We'll jump back into the chat. This is the realest, trillest sports and guy talk show in America. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Back in 3 minutes.
Hello, everyone. This is Grandma Eunice. I want you to come on and listen to my grandson on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. help me keep this boy out of trouble. Come on, cook with the microwave.